flies by. It goes by so fast, but it really is true. It's amazing. I'm just trying to enjoy every single moment that we have, and it's an awesome opportunity because not only we have senior night tomorrow, play Texas A&M, but we can win an SEC championship, and I think that's really special.
I was going to pick up on that. It's at the beginning of the year, the prognostic, and you know what? You lost a lot of players. Holly's taken over. But you guys have gone out and shown everybody that, hey, we're still here, and that's got to be extra special for the team.
It is. We didn't really try to focus on the outside, what everyone else was saying. We really believed in our team and what we could do this year, and it's not done by any stretch of the imagination, but it's exciting that we have the opportunity. We've put ourselves in a place where we want to be, where we can, win it on our home court outright, and, that's special in front of our own fans.
What is this experience playing here, wearing your own jerseys?
I don't think I could ever honestly put it into words what it's meant to me. It's been so special. I just feel so blessed and honored to be able to, be under Pat for 3 years and now Holly, and to be a part of this. It's more than tradition. It's more than, family. It's something that's really special to me, and so, I'll miss it for sure.
Tabor, how do you balance the emotions of senior night with what's on the line tomorrow night, too?
Well, I think you have to be careful. You gotta, obviously, at the beginning when you have your family out and, you go through the senior night, whole thing, that's emotional, and you gotta, find a way after. Once the ball goes up, it's a game, and we understand what's on the line, and so, we're just gonna try to leave everything out there. It's gonna be a balancing act, but I think you can also, I think for myself and Kamiko as well, we kind of feed off of, that emotion and that energy, and so hopefully we just got to channel it all in the right direction.
When you heard Kentucky and Texas A&M lost on Sunday, what were kind of your thoughts? You're like, wow, we just got some major help.
Yeah, obviously that helps, but we wanted to be in a position where we controlled our own destiny no matter what, and we were, and we are in that position, and so that doesn't take away how good A&M and Kentucky are, because any night anybody can get beat, really, and so we're going to have to play really well tomorrow to get a W.
Is it something that you learned last year, when you guys kind of had a chance, and then you go and slip and you lost here to Arkansas? Did you guys maybe learn from that going into this year?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was talked a lot about before the Arkansas game, because we knew that, they basically took an SEC championship away from us, and we let them, do that, and so we were going to, not let that happen, and we have the same opportunity tomorrow night to, clinch a SEC championship for the regular season, and we're not going to let that slip away.
Tabor, do you feel like some of the experiences you've had with Kamiko, both good and maybe not so good, have brought you two closer together, because you're really kind of different type people in a lot of different ways, but now seem so close? Absolutely.
I mean, we've grown a lot, and we talk about this all the time. I mean, it's really night and day, the difference between our relationship freshman year and now. And, we are very different, and we still are very different, but I think we found a way to, respect each other, and then also, I just love her, and it's mutual, and I think, the leadership that hopefully we've both provided for this team has helped, and I think the fact that we are different and we do bring different things, that's always a good thing, and you try to, channel the best of what we both have to offer, and so, it's been amazing being here 4 years with her. What
does it mean to be part of possibly Holly Warlick? It's for sure a share of the title, but just outright, what would that mean?
It would be special. I think the word that myself and Kamiko used at the beginning of this year was we wanted to leave a legacy, and it was amazing because, we were part of Pat's last team, we're part of Holly's first team, and we didn't look at it as a rebuilding year. We wanted Holly to, start her career coaching-wise, head coaching-wise, off on a great foot, and we have the opportunity to, that first step, regular season SEC championships, and then we'll look at the tournaments after that. But we got that first step tomorrow night, and so that's exciting.
You've won SEC titles before. Would this feel a little different than the rest just because the expectations from the outside weren't quite the same?
Yeah, I think so. And because we're so young, and honestly, only a few of us, really only Kamiko, Megan, and I have won a regular season SEC championship. And so it would be different, and it's funny because I even talked to Rel about this, and she's like, well, I've never won, and I forget that she hasn't won one. And so I think it'll be special no matter what, but I think it will be a little bit extra special.
And the loss to Missouri, they haven't won since that game. How much of a wake-up call was that for it? Y'all put a different team since then. Yeah,
it was a definite wake-up call, and as much as we won that game back, I think that did help us to refocus and regroup, and for us it was the end of a long week of playing 3 games, but we needed that refocusing in the SEC and understanding that really anybody can beat anybody on any night, and especially with a great shooting team like that. And so, in hindsight, that was a okay loss because we learned from it.
And the injuries, I mean, the fact that you've had major injuries, Harrison, Burdick, Carter, does that kind of add to how special this is just because of the adversity you've had to deal with?
Yeah, I think this team is the most competitive and the most perseverant team I've been on in 4 years of being here, and we're never going to give up. We fight no matter what, no matter who's on the floor, and I think that's a testament to the players that we have here, but also to the coaching staff. And so, yeah, I think that'll, definitely be special.
Tabor, with your parents here, your sisters here, we know you're going to get emotional. That's a given. What about Kamiko? She plays cool, stoic.
She does.
How's she going to handle tomorrow night?
Well, I mean, Kamiko, I think she's the type that kind of tries to keep it all in and hold it together. And so it'll be interesting. I think she'll get more emotional than she thinks she will. And she was, after Arkansas, she was like, as long as you don't look at me. I'm like, Kamiko, I'm going to look at you. So you better hold it together. But I think it'll be interesting for her. But I think it'll be good. And I think, honestly, she'll be able to feed off that in her play, too.
What will you remember most about Miko? Just her spirit, her dancing, her singing? What is the most memorable thing about Kamiko? Besides the fact you two did not like each other when you first knew each other.
I think it's just it is, I think, that personality and that, genuine love of people. She really cares about people, and that's something that, is just refreshing to see. And as she's wrapped up in all her craziness and her dancing and all that, but I think more than anything, at the root of it, she really loves people, and that's what I'm going to remember.
Looking back on your time here, are there any moments or games that kind of stand out that you always remember?
Oh gosh, there's a lot. I think there's some great victories and some great moments. SEC titles and packed house against Baylor my freshman year when we won, and Stanford when we beat them in overtime here. Those kind of games. But I think also I'm going to remember just as much as the victories. I think the disappointments that we've had so far, and those Elite Eight losses, and the chances that we've had here in front of some really good opponents, and we've let them slip away. And I think that's good because it motivates me, because I know that we have an opportunity to change that this year. And honestly, no one thinks that we're going to make it to the Final Four, but we don't really care, because I believe, honestly, if we play how we can play, we're going to just take it one game at a time, and I think it'll be special, the result that we'll get. And so I think it's a balancing, but it's been a lot of ups and a lot of downs.